If you're after new MMA gloves, these might be the ones that you're looking for. They are Revgear's MS1 MMA sparring gloves. Now, just because they're sparring gloves doesn't mean they can't be used for other things. So I'm going to take you through a full review covering every little detail from the material and manufacturing to the design, how it compares to other MMA gloves, the price, and if it's worth for you to buy. Now, as always, the links will be down in the description, the first link in the comment, if you do wish to purchase these Revgear gloves. So let's start with what these are made of. These are made from 100% cowhide leather, which already puts them up in a more premium category of gloves. Ideally, you want leather because it gives you a better feel and it will last longer than a synthetic material. Within that, you have a very simple Velcro strap wristband that goes around the glove as follows. In terms of stitching, these are stitched to a very high quality. I'll show you in a video now, where you have no loose ends and everything is put together very nicely. And then you have the padding. There's a few unique aspects about this padding. The first one is since it's a 7-ounce glove, which is what you should be using for your sparring, you have this nice little padding at the top for the knuckles. Now, if I want to compare to say a cheaper glove, this one in particular, let's just look at the padding here. So this is advertised as a sparring glove, and if you're sparring with this, I feel sorry for your training partners, but just check out the difference in the padding on the knuckles on something like that versus something like this. As you can see, it has a bit of a pre-curved design, so it means it's easier, so you're not sticking your fingers out, whereas other gloves, you might be sticking your fingers out, causing problems for your training partners. With this particular glove by Revgear, you're not going to have that problem. Now, it's not an issue opening your hand. I've found that you can do everything with it, which I'll cover in a second, but I just want to show that little contour and the padding on top. That's very thick. You've also got a padding on the top of the hand there to help with any blocking, or if anyone hits your hand, then that is protected. And then what's very unique, which many gloves don't have, is this padding also on the thumb. So you still have the loop in the middle, but you have that padding on the thumb to protect the thumb from any damage. Now, actually, when you put the gloves on, you have these little finger holes. You have a hole for each finger that holds it securely on your hand, and you have a relatively open palm as well. So I want to have videos of me showing you putting this on, but I want to show you now just how it looks from this point of view. So if we go in here, you can see that you have a very open palm view. Here's my finger sticking out here, my knuckles up here. So you can see it contours your hand so it's closed, but you have no problem opening them if you're doing any kind of grappling, which I'm going to show you in the video. Now, because it is from this cowhide leather, it's not stiff to move. So you still have ease of movement. You don't have to break them in like you might have to with some other gloves. Now, I wouldn't be smashing the heavy bag or something like this, but for sparring and even for grappling, these are great gloves. They're comfortable, they fit well, and they protect your hands perfectly to be able to do any of your grappling or MMA sparring that you need to do. In terms of use case, sparring, grappling, these are perfect, especially in the heavy bag. Probably not such a great idea, but you should be using gloves for that anyway. I will say that this extra padding does make it hard to get your hands through in certain spots, but that's the nature of MMA. You may find other gloves that are thinner that may be able to give you more freedom when you're grappling. So it just depends what you're after within your grappling sessions. In terms of the pricing, you're looking at $69.99 for these gloves, which is actually a really great price considering some premium style gloves go up to about $150. And this is half that price and has all of the premium features that you want, from reinforced stitching to 100% genuine cowhide leather, padding in the right places, and just a genuinely great feeling glove. So if you have any other questions that I may have missed in this review, throw them down below so I can get them answered for you. And you can watch this video next because it will detail my top MMA gloves for every use case. So you can find your next pair of gloves easily.